guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya. And today I'm going to share all the books I read in June with you. And I read a total of 8 books, almost 8.5. Well, it doesn't really count 8.5 because I'm currently reading a book. And I read like some of it in June, but I'm not done with it yet. So basically I read 8 books in June. So that is probably the highest amount of books I have ever read. And maybe that's the reason that this is my first reading wrap up that I'm posting on my YouTube channel, because I'm kind of proud of that fact. But anyways, so let's get started. So the first book that I read this June was The Sea of Monsters, which is book 2 of the Percy Jackson series. Yay, I finally read book 2 and I loved this book. It's definitely 5 stars. I was laughing through so much of the book. This was such a good read. And yes, obviously now I can see why everybody loves Percy Jackson and why I am reading it so late. I should have read it way earlier. Anyways, so I actually liked this book way more than the first Percy Jackson book. It just like, I was way more like interested in what this book had to offer, and also this book was way funnier and I love laughing. So yeah, this was a 5-star read. We're starting off this month strong. The next book that I actually read on Kindle on this trusty but very old Kindle Fire. Yes, I know you might not even know what that is because these models are so old, but this is my Amazon Kindle Fire and it's very old. I got this when I was like 7 or 8 years old, so like 7 or 8 years ago. Anyways, and on my Kindle Fire, which still works to this day, because I've been taking good care of it and barely reading on it because I prefer physical books. Anyway, so I read Upside of Falling on this Kindle on the way to vacation. We were like on a road trip, like it was 9 or more hours, and I read a book in that time. That is so surprising because I've never read a book in a single day, much less a single sitting. That wasn't exactly a single sitting because I didn't finish it the full thing in that sitting on the road trip, but when we got to our Airbnb, then I finished it there. So kind of like in a single sitting, more like in a single day. But yeah, that book was like not the best, but it was pretty good and pretty quick read. Also, it was alternating chapters, so first we got like the girls' POV, then the boys' POV, so that way I wasn't that bored either. Usually I don't really like alternating chapters, but in this book I liked it. And I don't remember 100% everything about this book because when you read a book in such a short amount of time, then your brain doesn't really process as much as it would if it took me longer to read it. So what I do remember though is them fake dating. Yeah, that's what I remember. And then them falling for each other. And also I remember her mother having a bakery and everything sounding so good and me being hungry. So this book was like a 4 stars. The next book that I read is This Summer I Turned Pretty, which is a movie now, a TV series, but I also read the whole set. Yeah, so I read these 3 books on vacation. I read 4.5 books on vacation, which is pretty good, really good actually. Usually I read 4 books in a month, and this time I read 4.5 books in 2 weeks. For some reason I always read books on vacation way faster than at home. Weird. Shouldn't it be the opposite? So yeah, and this whole series is overrated in my opinion. I didn't watch the TV series yet because I'm not 16, which is sad. I was really looking forward to it, and then the Amazon Prime posts it on Prime Video and I'm getting ready to watch, and then I look 16 plus and I'm like, are you kidding me? What a nice day to be 15. Not. Anyways, so I'm just gonna wait next year to watch it, I guess. But overall, I say these books are overrated. The first book was like a 4 stars for me. It was pretty good. I really like the beachy vibes. That is the thing I like most about the series, the vibes. And the second book, and then third book, Belly, I just want to punch her in the face. Anyways, after that, I was really excited for some Return Pretty series also, but was kind of disappointed. I only liked the first book, so maybe I should have just read the first book and left it at that. Anyways, so the next book that I read was a better one, and it is Love and Gelato. This was a 4.5 stars. This was really cute. I like this. It was good to read this after reading that. This was nice. This is a nice book, and I always wanted to visit Italy, specifically Venice. I have Venice, if you didn't know. Duh. Anyways. Yeah, this really fulfilled my Italy dreams. Now I want to visit Florence, Italy instead. Maya Florence. No, just kidding. I'm not going to change my name. Anyways, this was very cute, but I feel like it was lacking just in something. I'm not sure what that something was, but it was lacking in something. Maybe we needed more romance between the two characters. Maybe we needed something, I don't know, we were just lacking a bit of something. But overall, this was a really, really fun read. I really enjoyed it, watching their adventures of sightseeing in Italy, and their cute, adorable romance between her and Ren, oh my gosh. So yeah, also this is now a movie on Netflix, and I started watching it yesterday, but I had to stop. I couldn't do it to myself. The acting is not good. Well, what can you expect from Netflix? And also, I didn't really want to watch the movie of that. I prefer to read the book, remember it as a good thing, not let the movie ruin my memory of what this was. Does that make sense? Anyways, next book I read was Along for the Ride, which is also a movie on Netflix, which I also started yesterday and I hated it. Also, bad acting. Thank you so much for Netflix for providing those acting skills. Anyway, so I was really excited to read Along for the Ride because a few of my bookish friends really loved it and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, so good. And I was like, oh, so excited to read this. I was also, oh yes, I also read this on vacation, and this I read half of it on vacation, so 4.5 books. So it started out not too bad and ended not too bad, but I don't know, it was just an okay book. I was expecting and waiting for something to happen, but apparently nothing did. It was kind of, well, not really boring, but it was fine to read and kind of easy to read, I guess. But I will, like, when I was putting it down, then I didn't really look forward to picking it back up. Like, I need the book to be me not wanting to put it down, me struggling to close. But this was way too easy to just close and go about my day. So this was not what I expected, and I don't really see what people like in this book. So this was like 3 stars. It was okay. And the last book that I read, the 8th one, we're ending on a good one here, on a 5-star read, and one of my favorite reads of this year. And obviously it's gotta be The Rise of the School for Good and Evil, which came out last month, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's so good, guys! So if you know me, you know I'm a freaking biggest fan ever of the School for Good and Evil series. And when this book came out, I like immediately pre-ordered it, like, give me that. Anyways, this was amazing. Anyways, when I started it, then I was just like, And then I remembered, wait, this is exactly how I felt when I was reading the first book of the School for Good and Evil series. I was not really into it, but then I continued reading and I freaking fell in love. And I was like, maybe that's what will happen here also. And then I continued reading and I freaking fell in love. This, Rafal, you don't touch him and you don't go close to him, okay? He's mine. Back off, please. Back off. Anyways, so yeah, a 5-star read and one of my favorite reads of this whole entire year, maybe even of all time. It was so good, and this made me remember why I fell in love with the School for Good and Evil. Soman, the author, his writing is freaking amazing. Probably like the only male author that I like, other than Rick Riordan. So this is a 5-star, okay? Don't mess with me. And you say something bad about this book and I'm coming for you. You say something bad about the School for Good and Evil series and I'm coming for you, okay? So this is actually a prequel to the School for Good and Evil series, so you can read this before, but I recommend reading at least the first book before you read this. And what I recommend the most is reading all the books and then reading this. Okay? Okay? Are we good? We good here? So yeah, I could talk about that book forever, just as I could about the whole School for Good and Evil series. But those were all the books I read this year, besties. So, I mean, what the heck, this year? No, those were all the books that I read in June, besties. Oh wait, I also forgot to say the book that I'm currently reading that I read a bit of by the end of June. Oh my gosh, the lighting is kind of good right now. Anyways, so I'm currently reading The Sunken City, and I'm reading that on my Kindle. This trusty old thing. Yeah, it's good. Anyways, so I'm liking it so far. I'm like 19% done, and yeah, it's about pirates. That's what I have to say about it. And it's like my second book in a row about pirates, because The Rise of the School for Evil had some parts with pirates in it. So it's like, after reading some of those parts with pirates, I felt like reading a pirate book. So I started reading The Sunken City. So yeah, I'm liking it so far, but I can't say much about it because I only read like 19% of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below your favorite to read of June. Okay, bye!